Hello, I'm Carl. Does your art look like this? Well, no worries, twin. I got you. Yes, you. I'll show you 4 exact tips to help you improve your art. But please take note that I'm only sharing you what I know and what I've learned so far, because I'm not a professional or anything. Okay, so let's get right started with the first one.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro.
Of course, the usual circle line method, Loomis method, I don't know, whatever you call it. Usually there's a line on the circle, line cross, then you put the jaw there, the nose, the eyes. And now for my way, I don't treat sketching seriously that much because I can just render after that. I don't do any line arts. Also, we should always keep in mind that all objects are all 3D. Well, if you don't, your drawing won't make any sense. It's just gonna be flat. But hey, it was just my personal opinion for drawing. That's how I draw. But you do you. Just draw how you wanna draw since it's your art style. But here I am. I'm using the circle cross line jaw method or whatever you call it in different perspectives. By just doodling or practicing this every day, uh, it'll definitely improve on how you draw the human head.
Todoroki, this is my mom. Mom, this is my.
I mean, some of us, when coloring, usually we don't know what we're doing, so sometimes it gets muddy like this, and it's so unpleasant for the eye. So instead, what I did is I watched my goats on their coloring tutorials, and that's how I learned. But yes, let me give you a brief explanation about this. So first, let's take a look at the hue, which is the wheel on the right side. The saturation goes like this, the value goes like this. Don't stress out over color theory like it's like an airplane cockpit or have fear on it. Once you know the basic color theory, you're gonna enjoy it. Trust me. So here's how I shift my color from light to dark without getting muddy. I do a little swerve and adjust my hue a little. I pretty much just do this when coloring. I adjust it bit by bit, adjusting my saturation, my value, and my hue, so it won't look muddy. Just take a look at the difference, guys.
Say you swear to God. Put that on the stage, say.
Okay, for the third one, I always notice that some beginner artist uses like a bad brush that stops them to blend colors like this. I mean, it's totally fine if you're using like Clip Studio Paint as your software, since it has like a blending mode, like a blending tool. But this video is about more on Ibis Paint. So here are the brushes that I use that are really good for blending. Now let's try my brush. Okay, bro. Okay, anyways, I'll be using my watercolor brush, which is really good for blending. It's what I use for rendering most of the time. But if you really love your brush, your hard brush, but it won't blend, you can mess with the settings on your Ibis Paint brushes. They'll make them pretty much blendable, like this. Okay, for the fourth one is watching your favorite artist, your goats, whoever that is, their speed paints. If you're like this, it will most likely help you, since if you're close to that level, there's a chance that you know what they're doing and what techniques are they using to render their artworks. But what I actually did, when I was still a beginner, I still tried to copy them. And of course, I failed miserably. And that's okay, that's part of the learning process. I mean, out of the 4 tips that I gave here, the secret one, shh, the secret 5th one, you wanna know what it is? Just never stop drawing, and that way you'll improve, trust me. Give it an hour, give it 30 minutes, give it 10 minutes, give it 5 minutes. As long as you're trying to experiment, you're trying something new, get out of your comfort zone, you know? Yes, there are some times that you think your art is horrible enough that you should stop drawing, but no, just keep drawing to win. But here I am. Here's the final part of the speed paint. I'm just putting in some highlights on the lips, and we're done in a few seconds. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching this my first video for the art tutorial. Please sub. Bye.